$5 XRP is not a myth, it is a very strong possibility. We're going to have a look at that in today's video. There is a path to $5 and it may not be that far away. We know everything going on with Ripple, XRP, the SEC, the settlement may just be around the corner, the possible ETF for XRP. Speculation is rife. This is possibly the biggest news for XRP. Once this all settles, a $5 XRP may just be a reality. But of course, we're going to have a look at the here and the now also in today's update. We're going to take a look at that weekly chart. The weekly close is a very interesting position due to historical factors for the weekly close and the 200 EMA. So let's not waste any time. Let's run the intro and get straight into it. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. This is a big video. I really wanted to cover this one off. I am about to buy more XRP. There's very good reasons for that, but first of all, there's a critical news article I do want to quickly cover off. Let's end the FUD, any of the speculation. Ripple themselves were not hacked. It was the co-founder 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗡𝗏's personal wallet. This was not a Ripple official wallet. So yes, yesterday we did see a 5% drop, around about $112 million worth of Ripple's XRP tokens were stolen. And 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗏 did come out and confirm it was a compromised personal wallet, not a Ripple Labs wallet. And Brad Garlinghouse also coming out confirming that the wallets that were hacked were not Ripple Labs wallets, they were not Ripple managed wallets, they were purely 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗏's own personal wallets, an isolated incident. The Ripple wallets are secure, they were never compromised, and they have confirmed that nearly all affected funds were converted out of XRP. So they are working with the law enforcement and advised that a significant portion of the funds have been frozen. So hopefully that puts an end to speculation. Seen speculation is rife on the likes of X and on TikTok. So yes, there was a hack. Very unfortunate, a personal wallet of 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗏. It was not Ripple Labs. So hopefully that ends that speculation. But let's talk about the price action of XRP. There is, in my opinion, a very easy path towards $5, and we will shortly get into that. But first of all, let's cover off the weekly close position and why this weekly close is very interesting to myself. So what we can see on the chart here is pretty much the move from around about the 13th of June 2022, this big move to the upside where we did see obviously the price pushing up on the 10th of July to around about 93.8 cents over here. Then we have dropped on down. But what is interesting to myself is the close positions we do see on the white 200 EMA. Now this week we can see the bears and the bulls, the clean fight for the bullish or the bearish narrative for XRP will be closing higher or lower than this 200 EMA. We can see the price currently sitting around about 49.3 cents, with the 200 EMA in white here at 49.68 cents. So it's very close indeed. But what we can see is last week we also found support on this 200 EMA. Now previously, when we see two weekly candles finding support on the 200 EMA, we see a push to the upside. We go back a little bit further in history. Two weekly candles, we see a push to the upside. Now, of course, this is not a hard and fast rule. It's just an interesting piece of analysis. We have seen this over the previous tests here. We are seeing explosive moves. So potentially that explosive move we have spoken about recently is on the horizon. When we look at the stochastic positionings, well, we can see that the weekly, 8-hour and the 4-hour are all in oversold territory, with the daily also pushing its way back down. We will look at that one shortly. So should we be gearing up for a move for XRP? And I do think we can. Now, of course, this stochastic can stay down here for a few more weeks, perhaps months, but everything looks pretty good for XRP, considering that we know the likes of the settlement is potentially around the corner. All of the speculation around an XRP ETF, there's going to be a lot of narrative around XRP in the coming weeks and months perhaps, and I do think we could be gearing up for that move. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen straight away, it's not going to be instant, but it could be, and we know how XRP likes to move very quickly, giving news-driven hype or speculation. So when we look at the structures of the charts, we can drop this one down to the daily time frame. So previously we spoke about the daily stochastic resetting, and we can see that this one is pushing its way to the downside very quickly, now sitting around about 25%, perhaps a little bit still to go, but in the previous video we were talking about this push down in the Z wave towards the Z wave target area, marked up here between 49.02 and 46.45, and of course we did see that price drop down yesterday, seeing the price come down to 48.53 cents. Perhaps that move to the downside is done, perhaps it has a little bit more still to go. We can keep an eye on that one. Interestingly, we can see the 50 daily EMA is set to drop lower than the daily 200 EMA, so again may lead into a bit of bearish narrative, but overall I think that may be a bit of a fake out and a push to the upside will be on the horizon. So when we come back to the weekly chart, the bears, the bulls will be fighting this one out. But what I really want to cover off here is the structures that are playing out. Now of course I do have this one marked up W, X and Y, with corrective structures internally. Now the internal movements in themselves are of course very impulsive. But what if this is wrong? And this is potentially a leading diagonal telling us we have an explosive move on the horizon for XRP. So what I have done here, guys, I've flipped this one over to the BitGet weekly perpetual chart. One that we can structure this one out with a bit more delicacy, more decimals. We can target this one out a little more. So the structure we would have to cover off here would be a leading diagonal pushing up in here. Now what we would have to know is the 100% move in this wave 1 and bring it over to the wave 3. This wave 3 must be longer than the wave 1, and of course so must the wave 5. So what we can do here is we can take that 100% move we do see of the wave 1 and bring it over to the wave 2 low, down here at 29.660. So we know that this wave 3 in itself has to reach higher than 27.880 cents. And when we hover over here, we see it reaches 28.473, clearly pushing above the 1-to-1 retracement. So the idea is here that this is not a guarantee, but this may be a wave 1, 2, up into its wave 3, down into its wave 4, then this bullish push we did see up in June was the finishing wave 5. So from there we would of course look for its retracement, the 50 to 80% level we can see marked out in the highlighted box here, between 52.022 and 32.969. Now what is interesting in here, when we seen this price tumble on down on the 14th of August, well that found the 702 Fibonacci level exactly at 40.867 cents. So could we actually be looking for that bullish push to the upside in the next movement, whether it is a C wave or whether it is a wave 3? Well, personally, I would look for XRP to explode from there, should this be the movements that are playing out. And that move in itself we have already drew up and targeted out. Well, what we can see here, if this move in itself were to be just a corrective A, B and C structure, well that move in itself would target out at least the 1-to-1 at $1.34 to the 1.236 at $1.78. I have also marked up the 1.382 at $2.12, another interesting area. But the 1.618 is something I'm more interested in. We could look at this as a wave 1 and we come down into its wave 2. We would look for that bullish wave 3, 4 and 5 to come, with the wave 3 targeting this 1.618 Fibonacci level at $2.81. And in my opinion, that is not out of the realms of possibility to see the price action of XRP push up from that low point to the 1.618 is a mere 591%. Now yes, 591% is a fantastic growth, but when we talk about cryptocurrency, it's a very manageable push for the price action. This could obviously take weeks, this could take months, but in my opinion, a very easy target. Now, what would the price action look like from there should we achieve the price coming up towards the $2.81 level? Well, in my opinion, and under these structures, this would merely be a wave 3. We would then expect a wave 4 retracement, a very early retracement target or typical retracement area here would be that $1.34 to $1.07 level. Once that one there was achieved, we would then look for that fifth wave movement, and a very early target would be $3.35 to $4.44. And then once again we could target that one out. The push from the low we did see in that wave 2, well realistically it's only a 700 to 900% gain. And when we talk about that $5 level, 1000% gains is very easy and very manageable. An easy target in my opinion for XRP to push on up towards. So should these structures play out, of course we will keep tracking these, we will keep on top of them. We will look for a very explosive move to come next for XRP should we see this as a 5-wave structure. And that 5-wave structure in itself would just be, you know, starting off the bullish narrative for XRP, in my opinion. I do think XRP has a fantastic future. I think $5 is a very, very conservative target. I think XRP has that potential to push on ever so much more. Let me know where you guys are positioned with XRP. Are you tracking a move to $5, or are you just looking for XRP to push up towards $1 once again? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. Fantastic to hear what you all have to think. Share whatever you have on XRP. It's always great to hear. Thanks for watching today's update. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Why not continue checking out the content from the channel by checking out this video right here.